Hi guys. Hi everybody. Guys, Charit will join in a few moments. You can introduce yourself, guys. You can unmute yourself and talk about you if you want. And I'm Rumpi. I'm part of Antwerp team. And welcome to Antwerp Free Workshop. Yes, Shahib. Guys, you can introduce yourself. Raise your hand, no? Let's make the session a little bit interactive. Charit is joining. So let's wait for. Yes, Vaidehi. Shruti, you raised your hand. You can unmute yourself and talk about yourself.
Hello.
Yes, Vaidehi, tell me.
Hi, my name is Vaidehi Bhalani, and
Okay.
I'm currently working as a business development executive in digital agency. I completed my bachelor's in computer engineering last year. Yes,
All right.
and I'm here to learn something new about marketing and emails.
Right. Hi, Shruti. You can also talk about yourself. Yes. Yeah, Shruti, go ahead. Else, Shahib, you can also talk about yourself, right? Let's make the session a little bit more interactive. Ayush also raised your hand.
Yes, madam. Good afternoon, madam. This
Good
is
afternoon.
Yes.
Yes.
This is Sahib, and I am working in a private farm. So, and I have also a startup. Okay, I have also my own business.
Okay.
And I have started my business in January 21. But I want to know one question, that how can we get more than 5,000 mail IDs of people in free so that we can send the mail? The question is that we can't get the email IDs from in free. There are some providers are there. There are some agencies are there. They provide us the mail IDs in with a minimum price. So my question is that how can we get the more than 5,000 people's mail ID in free so that we can send them the mail with our products or something, so that they can get attracted and they can communicate us and purchase our products. That's the question.
Okay. Yeah, I understood the question. Charit is in the house. Hi, Charit. Charit will be answering your questions. I think you will be the better person to answer. Hi, Charit. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Okay. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
All right. So shall we start? Yeah, I think we can start. It's 12:18. So guys, welcome again. Welcome to Antwerp Free Workshop, and today's topic is Send in Blue demonstration, and Charit will be taking care of it. So let me walk you through the agenda for today's class. So I'll be introducing to the speaker, Charit, and then he'll be talking about Send in Blue, why Send in Blue is different from MailChimp, why it is better than MailChimp, and then we'll be taking the Q&A session after the demo. So let me take a moment to talk about Charit. So Charit Anchan, he is a passionate digital marketer having 6-7 years of experience. He is currently working at Amazon Prime Video as a digital marketing manager. He previously worked at Eureka and IFB, and his expertise include, multi-channel communication strategies through social media, paid marketing, and SEO. So he's a passionate cross-functional, creative result-driven digital marketing professional, and he is a strong believer that data should drive the decision. But if you include creativity, fresh creativity in it, so and then you will get the business goal right. So very warm welcome, Charit.
Thank you, Rumpi.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yes,
How
yes.
how do you want to take it? Do you want me to answer the question that that gentleman asked first?
I think we can take the question later. I made you the co-host. I think we can start with Sending Blue, and we can take the Q&A later, guys. You put the questions in the chat box. We'll take those questions later. Yes.
All right. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing. Right.
So first, I'll just introduce what Sending Blue is and why is it that important, and how can you make use of it for your business goals. If you're an entrepreneur or a business that you're just starting up, or let's say you're working somewhere, or let's say you just want to try it out, something, anything, right? So we'll talk about that also. So what is Sendinblue, first of all? So relationship marketing, I would say, is important for all types of businesses, be it a B2B business or a B2C business. Okay. So the marketing technique emphasizes building strong bonds with the customer to improve customer satisfaction and retention. Because in marketing, the cost that to acquire a new customer is way too high than to retain a customer. If you already have a customer, to retain them, it is cheaper. But if you want to get a new customer, you'll have to run ads, try to convince them, and all those things come into picture, and that actually is a very costly affair. So retention is actually a very easier and cheaper way for you to keep up with your business. So that is what relationship marketing is about. Um, I would say it is a discipline of marketing that combines computer technology with marketing communication and customer service. So with relationship marketing, you will not only be able to get new customers, but also can get, I will say, keep them loyal to your business. This technique is a type of customer relationship management, which we call CRM, um, in the marketing world or the tech world. So this CRM is, with a focus on ongoing and long-term customer retention, instead of it focuses on, long-term thing instead of short-term gains. Okay. So in that regard, Sendinblue is a relationship marketing platform that can be used to send emails for your customers. The the software actually automates the process of relationship building from, I would say, um, right from the time that you send out an email, or you don't send out an email, the software itself, it send out an email automatically. Let's say someone comes on your website and they sign up, automatically an email would be sent out, and the whole process you can automate it, right? So let's say if you want to automate the process for the next 100 days, they should get 100 emails at this specific time. So you don't need a person doing that manually. It can all be automated, and that is what Sendinblue, one of the softwares, can help you do. Okay, talking about Sendinblue, the company was established in 2010, I guess, by Kapil Sharma and Armand Thinberg. It is headquartered in Paris, right? Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about more about Sendinblue just for the next 1 minute, and what other features and what it offers. Then I'll start sharing my screen. Okay. So in terms of Sendinblue, they also offer a free package, which is a wonderful option to start off with. Okay, they in the free software itself, it has a lot of options that you can try out, and understand how it works and what benefit it can. But obviously, the free version comes with its own cons, right? Over here, the only con would be you won't really have access to a lot of the better softwares or a better technology that they have on the platform. Also, on every email, they will have their logo. So let's say if your customers get an email through you, so it will carry a logo from Sendinblue. So yeah, that's again, because it's a free software, that's the con over here. Okay. The basic package starts from, I think, $25, and so $25 in that software as well. You'll have to, you can't really add your logo. It will again be the Sendinblue's logo. The minimum package that if you want to add your logo and stuff, it would be around $39 per month, which is again, um, it will automate everything right from your emails to your SMS to your CRMs, everything you can think of, right? So now I'll be showing you guys how to set up Sendinblue to manage any type of email, text, or contact, whether it is getting the contact or let's say growing the list or creating landing pages or sending email or text or even automations such as welcome email or a sequence. You can do it all. Okay. And I would say this is a very important thing for any digital marketing strategy. Of course, social media and ads and content marketing, obviously they are important, but getting a customer and retaining them, it's all about business, right? So that is what a business is all about, unless and until you're an NGO. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. I'll just share my screen.
Yes, you can share your screen.
I hope you guys can see my screen now.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so I was also about to talk about MailChimp and Sendinblue. So yeah, so MailChimp is again a competitor of Sendinblue, just like we have Swiggy, Zomato, Uber, Ola, things like that. So yeah, so I guess if it comes to email marketing, a lot of people actually prefer a MailChimp. Why? Because MailChimp is a very well-known name and they do a lot of advertising. Hence, people are much aware about that name. But MailChimp, I would say their email marketing software is actually meant for huge organizations and enterprises. But when it comes to small companies or let's say even startups for that matter, Sendinblue is something that I'll prefer. Okay, so yeah, so that's the major difference. And we'll start now. So yeah, so first thing first, you'll have to go and type in Sendinblue. Okay, so this is an ad. Basically, if you want, if you click over here, Sendinblue will be charged by Google, so we won't do that. I'll come over here and I'll click on the organic listing. Okay. So now we'll sign up for free first of all. Okay, you can go and visit the pricing as well, but the pricing structure will come later on again because they'll want you to pay, of course. Okay. So here you'll have to fill out your name and your password if you already have an account. I'm sorry, just give me 1 minute. Shubhadeep, is Shubhadeep on the call?
No, he's not actually. I thought you opened the mail. Let me check 1 second.
Yeah, actually, I mean, initially this didn't really happen, but now they have updated the policy, it seems. Just check again.
Charit, is it working? Like you can use it?
I'll just try that. Initially, it used to work, but I'll just try it again. No, I guess he'll have to enter.
Okay.
I mean, he'll have to approve that first. So in the meanwhile, I think I'll answer that question. It will take another at least 2 minutes, right? So do you think I should answer that?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so what was the question again? I just, joined in the later part. So I just heard, about the 5,000 emails part. What was the question? And I'm sorry, who was the person who asked it?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Shahib can ask. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So basically, if someone started a new business, like
Mhm,
they want to do email marketing
mhm.
and they don't know how the potential customer who are and how to approach. So how should be the one begin this email marketing? Like if they don't have any accurate data.
Mhm. Okay. So yeah, so you mean that you just started off your email, I mean your business. Let's assume you just started off your business and don't really have any kind of data, and you want to start with your email marketing campaign.
Yes,
How?
yes.
So as the first things first, the best kind of marketing I would say is permission-based marketing. So if you go and buy out list, the person who obviously is, giving you the list is actually stealing the data and selling it to you. Okay. So let's say there's a list of 1,000 people. Okay. So those 1,000 people don't really know about you, haven't really heard about you. And if they receive any kind of email from you, that would be actually considered as a spam for them. Okay. So that is not exactly the kind of marketing that you should opt for. Again, I think the next question you asked was, where can you get free data for 5,000 people, right? If I'm not wrong, I heard that. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that would again be illegal, and it won't make sense to me. Why? Because let's assume you are in that list, okay, and you keep on getting emails from random businesses, which actually doesn't really make sense to you. So will you be okay, or will you be happy with that? Of course not. So yeah, so I guess, the best way is to earn those emails, and it would be a process. Okay. It won't really happen overnight. So businesses or anything, that is a sustainable model, or any business. Let's talk about Tata. It wasn't built in a day, or let's say they didn't really do anything, you know, in terms of short term. It has to be long term, because you don't want your business to be short term. In a similar case, email marketing is not actually a short term thing. It is a long term thing. It is a process. I mean, they receive your email, let's say the welcome email, and then you send out promotional emails. You give them content out for free. You try to educate them. Then you send some kind of promotion. Then you show them, some kind of testimonials of your past customers. So yeah, so it would be a process. You'll have to nurture them and try and make them your customer. Okay. You'll have to earn their trust first, because that's how businesses run, on basis of trust. There are many businesses, who actually just are uh, short term oriented, and I don't think anyone actually wants that.
Yeah, Charit, I have given you the code actually.
Okay.
You can check WhatsApp, or here also DM and DMD.
Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
This doesn't really happen actually. I think they've just updated the policy.
Okay.
He might have received something. I'll just send it to you over WhatsApp. Just ask him to click this. Two more minutes, guys, and then we can start.
Guys, please wait. 1 second. Charit, it's done. Now you can have the access.
Done.
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
the access now.
Sorry, guys. Some network issues are there in my phone. That's the problem.
Okay. I hope you guys can see my screen now.
Yeah, you can see.
Okay, cool. So this is how your screen will look in the first go. Okay, so this is a fresh account for you guys, just to show you guys. I've just created this account all by yourself. You guys saw, the hassle that we went. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, so this is how the dashboard will look like. So any kind of software that you use, any kind of technical thing that you use, the backend will be called the backend will be called the dashboard. Okay, so this is basically the dashboard for Sendinblue, and this is where all the activities will uh, take place. As in, what all. Let's say if you want to create a form, or let's say if you want to check the reports, or let's say even you just need to check the analytics. You need to check how many people. I'll show you guys directly. So yeah. So let's say if you want to see how many contacts do you have over here, let's say how many open rates do you have, how many people actually opened your emails, or let's say how many people actually click emails. Let's say how many people blacklisted you. You can see everything over here. Okay, so yeah, you can see everything over here. Over here you can see that the basic thing that 33% is of your profile is completed. You need to complete the rest. Okay. On top, you can see all the other options that we'll try to explore. We'll try to explore creating a form, creating a new form, let's say a welcome form. That is basically on a website wherein, you ask for details such as your name, the name of your customer, the last name, uh, maybe the email ID, their phone numbers, maybe the date of birth. Why date of birth? We'll talk about that again, because we have very limited time over here. um, I'll be I'll try to keep it very short and to the point. Okay. Yeah. So let us start with that. So yeah, the first things first, on the left hand side, you can see things like dashboard, email, templates, statistics, and settings. Okay. So yeah, we have the free plan right now, and we just have 300 emails remaining for 2 days. So under the free plan itself, you get 300 emails, which is again a great thing to have. Okay. Um, Under automation, you'll be able to automate all the emails that you want to automate. Be it, I'm sorry, not just the emails, even the text messages. Okay, we'll explore this at the end, because it is going to be a process. You'll have to first create a form and then automate the things later on. Okay, transactional. Okay, we won't really explore this, because transactional emails will actually require me to link my email account, the one that I'm using right now, and help it integrate with the domain. For example, Antwork in this case. Okay, that is again, not a possibility right now, because Antwork is not an e-commerce. Okay, when I say transactional emails, it is more or less like, let's say if somebody just bought from you, so they'll receive a thank you email. Let's say somebody paid through card, so they'll receive an email about that you just paid so much, so and so amount from your card and stuff like that. So that's going to be a transactional email. Okay. And contacts. Okay, so contacts is basically the number of contacts or the different types of contacts you have. We'll first explore this, and the second thing, we'll explore how many more different options you can add on your menu. Okay, so I'll click over here first. So currently, I have just one contact. I've used Shubhadeep's email ID, and that's the only email ID that I have right now. Hence, it shows just one contact over here. Okay. So yeah, the next option is you can add a contact manually, right? You'll have to go and type in everything. But because we are trying to learn digital marketing over here, so it is more of a smart work and not a hard work. So you have the other option over here, which is import contacts. So I'll click over here. Okay, so there are two options over here again. You can either choose to copy and paste the information, right? Let's say if you have it on your, let's say previously you used to use MailChimp as your email marketing software, right? So you can directly copy the contacts from there and import it on this platform, which is Sendinview. Okay, so that can be one of the case. Or let's say you just bought 5,000 emails for that matter. Okay, so what you can do is you can copy your emails from there and paste it over here again. Okay, so that is one thing. But what I prefer to do is I like to upload a file. Okay, so I click over here and I'll choose to upload a file. I already have a file in place for you guys. I'll just upload that. Okay. So once you upload that, you'll, so this is just a basic thing, and it is not really, what should I say, a valid email list. So it doesn't really matter because these people actually don't really exist, and even nor those email IDs. Okay. I'll just click on confirm file. Okay. So now once I upload this, so this is going to be a process. Okay, so yeah, so the first field, they'll ask me what is the first field about. Okay, so the first field was about names. I can see Jacob, Ashwini, Vikram are first names. So on the right hand side I can see things like first name, emails, and different things. Okay, so what I'll select is first name. So this is the first name. Under the second section I can select the last name. Let's say Black, Gurav, Wagela are last name. So I've selected last name. Okay. Over here, it has automatically selected last emails. I'm sorry. Okay. So 3 columns to be imported, and I'll confirm mapping. So I'll click over here. Okay. I'll select confirm your listing. Okay. So this has been started. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so I'll just click that this is something that I have imported myself and I take full responsibility for it. So yeah, so currently under that section, I had close to 24 emails, it seems. And the 25th one was mine, of course, the first one that we saw. So I just imported 24 emails. How, where it, it actually matters a lot. Initially, just to show you guys, I just imported it randomly. But if you are actively running business, it actually matters a lot that who is on your email list, because that will actually impact your whole email marketing process. And why? Actually, I can't really talk about it. That would be a very hardcore discussion. I'll just try to keep it short and to the point over here to what the software is about. Okay. So this is how I imported contacts. So right now I have 25 contacts in my email marketing list. Okay. So the second thing, I can click over here. I'll just click over here and I'll try to add more things in my menu. Okay. I'll scroll down and I can see that automation and transactional emails has already been selected like we saw over there. I'll just deactivate. Why? Because transactional emails doesn't really make sense for me. Okay. I can select, let's say, SMS campaigns. I can select display Facebook ads. So this is something just basic on the top. Okay. So I'll talk about that as well. So SMS campaigns are basically the SMS that you get on your phone. Let's say the promotional SMSs or any kind of transactional SMSs or any random discount coupons, whatever it is, the SMS that you get, even you can send that using Sendinview. Okay. So that won't be a part of this session, of course, because this would be purely email marketing. The next is Facebook ads. If you integrate your Facebook ads, retargeting is one of the most important element of the whole digital marketing process. What is retargeting? Retargeting is, let's say, if somebody visits your website or your, let's say, even your YouTube page or even your e-commerce page, and then they visit a product or a specific page, and then they, for some kind of reason they just back out. Okay, but your website knows that those people have actually visited. So wherever they go, wherever those guys go, wherever they follow, wherever they go, your ads will follow them. So that ad is called retargeting ad. The most common ads, retargeting ads are Amazon ads, Flipkart ads, mostly e-commerce ads that you get to see. Okay, so if you want to integrate that, those kinds of retargeting ads with your Sendinblue software, you can do that easily. Okay. Next is chat. Chat is again, if you want to integrate chat system with your website, you'll have to do that. Again, we can't do that over here right now. Why? Because we have not linked the domain. Okay. We have to first link the domain. In CRM, if you want to, just have a look at it. Have a look at it as well. Okay. So now, right now we have campaigns, automation, chat, CRM, and contacts. Things that we just bought in new. Okay. So we'll again go to the dashboard. On the left hand side, we'll get to see some more options which we just tried to import. Okay. So first things first, we'll click on emails. Let us just check what do we have. So we'll have to first actually create an email campaign. Okay. So in order to do that, let us just first go ahead and create template. Okay. So on the left hand side, I have a template. So because I've not really created any kind of template, this is a fresh account. It won't really have any kind of data or template. I just added some contacts over here. In a similar way, I'll even have to add a new template. Okay. So let's say okay. So let us call this template as welcome email. Okay. So the next thing is subject line. Okay. So basically a subject line, I'll just show you my email. So this is your, so I'll show you one at a time. Okay. So template name. So this is only for you. Okay. So template name will be only accessible by you. The subject line is this thing. Okay. You guys can see this thing. So this is a subject line. In this case, Adidas has used things like weekend exclusive deal, flat 60% off. So that's the subject line over here. Okay. So we'll try and walk demo. Sendinblue, something like that. Okay. Let's say if you click add personalization over here, what will happen is it will be all personalized. For example, you can see over here Charit. So obviously for me, it shows as Charit. For Rumpi, it will show Rumpi, something like that. Okay. So if you add personalization, obviously you'll have to pay more. Okay. So this doesn't really come up with the free software. Okay. Preview text. Now what is preview text? So preview text is something you can see over here. Okay. The things you can see over here is called the preview text. And this doesn't really, isn't really necessary to be a part of the whole email process. This is something that you can add randomly to increase the open rate, something like that. Okay. So we'll add just something like hello world. Okay. Something like this randomly. Okay. From obviously I'll have to get this thing verified. Shubhadeep actually helped us do that. Okay. I click over here, and because I just have one email ID, I'll have only access to that. Okay. Name, from name. So here you can see the name is the primary name is Adidas online store. Okay. So over here we can see so I don't really think this is a very good idea for Adidas. So you can see Adidas, the name A is in lowercase and the other two elements online and store are in uppercase. Okay. So I think they should have done something better. Okay. I don't know. I mean, personally, I would say A should have been in uppercase as well. Also, if you guys can see the email ID that I've received this from is communication@coms.adidas.in. Although adidas.in is there, the com thing, it actually communication and again @com, it actually makes it a bit fishy for me. I mean, if I actually, think a lot about it.
It's like
So yeah, so you'll have to actually consider these things as well. So this has to be a very thought in process. You'll have to think a lot about it. So yeah, so let's say I just put Antwork for that right now over here. The next thing I'll do is I'll click on next step. Okay. So next step I can choose is to have a template over here. Okay. So these are some free and predetermined templates that I can have access to. Code, code of your own. Obviously, I don't think anyone of us has any kind of code thing available with us right now. So we won't actually use this. Next is template gallery. I'll just see. The template gallery is more or less like a paid thing again. Okay. So we won't actually get along with that as well. In some cases, for promotional purposes, uh, template gallery is free or available for a certain period of time. Okay. I'll click on layouts because that is how we'll try to build our thing. Okay. Let's say I just choose this default template. Okay. I click on it and it just loads. So, rather than having an email, which is more or less like a very simple kind of email with just text, and let's say some text is just bolded out, you can have a much dynamic, you can give your customers a much dynamic experience. Okay. Over here with these kinds of emails. So over here, you can add your email, I'm sorry, your logo, and then things like your headline and your photo and things, different things like that. Okay. So I'll try to add that. So let's say I just go here under Antwerp and okay, let's say I'll just add a random logo for now because I'll have to download Antwerp's logo. Um, let's say I just use this logo for now. Okay. I clicked over here and it will take some time to load. It is taking some time. I'll just cancel it for now and upload something again. It's acting weird. Okay, something went wrong. So it's from their end, of course. I'll just reload this again and try it one more time. If okay, it just went off. So this was some glitch from their end, nothing to worry about. I think from their end. Let us do it this way. Actually, let us just skip this part. Okay, so okay, so let's say okay, so let's say how to create. Yeah, I'll take questions at the end. So I'm sorry. So yeah, so I can add the logo over here. Okay, so let us assume we just add the logo. It is more or less like you add a photo on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, so you add the logo over here, and let's say if you want to add the headline, let's say you can just double click over here and let's say welcome to Mars, something like that. If I was Elon Musk, I could. So yeah, you can add a photo over here. Let's say something more or less like typical. So this is actually designed for an e-commerce store, right? Where you can do that, and you can add other things over here as well. Okay, you can put in the title over here and the other different elements over here again. Okay, so on the right hand side, I can see there are more elements and different kinds of things that you can add more. Let's say if I don't want this, I'll just click over here and let's say uh, I want okay, I'll just let's say I want to add my social media channels as well. Okay, so that is one thing that um, some brands tend to do. So let's say I want to add my social media channels over here. So drag this over here and drop this over here. Okay, so in terms of social media channels,
Hello.
adding.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Charit. I think some issues are there from your side. Yeah, that's fine.
Ma'am, can I ask something?
Okay,
Yes,
I'm really sorry.
Mahira.
I just
Actually, I just make a count of this. So, if I have to want to chat with somebody, so where I have to go? Which option?
I'm really sorry. Mm,
Mahira, can we take the question later? Let's finish this, then we'll take the question,
Okay,
right?
okay, no problem. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, Charit.
Yeah. Okay. So we can add the social media icons over here as well. Let's say if you want to add some kind of social media channels for people to just recognize your brand, or maybe if you want more followers, you can add your social media channels over here as well. Uh, Other things are some kind of HTML code, and maybe some pre-designed styles and stuff. If you want to add, you can add it from here. Okay. Let's assume that we have already added up over here because of shortage of time. Again, I can't really show you guys. Okay. So this is how your email will look on a desktop screen. So here I can see the mobile screen as well. If I click over here, so this is how my email will look on a mobile phone. Okay, looks pretty good, at least better than the traditional emails. Okay, I click on continue. Once I click on continue, so this is how my email will look like. So this is just more or less like a confirmation thing. Okay, so let's say I confirm. If I want to see how it looks on a phone, I can see that again over here again. Okay. Yeah. So the next thing is you can either select save and quit. Okay, you can just select save it for now and then use it later on, or you can send it as a test. Okay, this second option is very important to do. Why? Because this is the first time that we are trying to send out an email, and it is very important to know that if our email is ending up in the inbox folder, in the promotional tabs, or in the spam folder. Okay, so if it ends up in the a promotional folder or the spam folder, again that is going to be a very extensive thing which I can't talk right now. That would again be a later process sometime. Okay, so yeah, so your job for this thing is just to run a test. Okay, so how to run a test? Try to upload your friends or your family's email IDs and names, and send it out first to them and just check where does your email actually end up. Okay, the next thing is save and activate. You just uh, activate it and you try to send it to your emails directly. Okay, so I'll just save and quit for now. Okay, so this is how I just built a basic welcome email. Okay, so this thing, registration, it is just a basic thing. It just comes randomly, and by default it is up. Okay, so I'll just ignore this. I just created one by default one is present there automatically. Okay, so this is how you create an basic email. Let's say um, uh, so let us now go ahead and create a welcome email. For example, on your so if you want to give it to someone to, let's say, just to share, I'll actually show it to you guys so it will make sense. Okay, so I'll click on create my first email campaign. I first click on, okay, so let's say Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay. I'll click over here and I'll put out the name, let's say demo, and then subject line may be hello world. Okay, and the preview text, let's say, let's keep it as some random text. Okay, from email again, everything is going to remain the same, and I'll click on next step. Okay. So again, over here, you'll get an access to different kinds of things. Okay. You can either select this or your templates because you already have a template, and you can have this selected. Let's say I select this. Okay, I'll click on continue. If I want to edit it, I can do that again. Okay. Over here, I can do other things as well, like send a test again. But over here, I click on next step. Okay. So now what I can do is I can directly start sending out emails. Let's say I'll just send it out to first thing. Why first thing? Because I would want to test it out first. Okay. So if I click this, and it will, what it will do is it will just send it out to this. And the next list is I just uploaded 25 contacts. If if I want to go ahead and send it out to them as well, I can do that again if I click this. Okay. So, and again over here, a very great feature that Sendinblue has recently introduced is don't send to unengaged contacts. So what happens is, let's say if you have 1,000 people in your email account, but only let's say 500 are active. I mean, 500 people actually open your email, and the rest 500 just they they keep on receiving your emails. They don't even unsubscribe from your emails. They won't even buy from you. Of course, if they are not even reading your emails, they won't even know you, let alone buying the things from you. So yeah, so if you select this, what will happen is Sendinblue will only send out emails to the people who actually are good engagers in terms of your emails. And the benefit of this is your open rates will go very much higher. You'll see a drastic change. A lot of people who actually know you or have been constantly opening up your emails will open your emails. You will get your emails. I'm sorry. Okay. So if I select that, the next step. And so this is, basically the last step. And if I click on schedule, so I get to schedule for a time, best time. Okay, send it now. If I select this, send it now, it will send it right now. Okay. If I schedule, let us say for 9. Okay, 9 is past. Let's say 17:30. Okay. And if I click on continue. So this option is available only for premium users. So scheduling, I can definitely go ahead and schedule. Let's say I scheduled for 17:30. 5:30 in the evening. And if I'll definitely have to confirm it. Okay. So once I do that, let's say for something, if some reason I change my mind and, I want to either change it or I want to suspend the emails that I wanted to send out at 5:30 in the evening. Okay. So what I'll have to do is I'll just have to go to and click on suspend over here. So once I do that, all the email activities that actually, were supposed to be sent out at 5:30 would be suspended. So this is how you actually create an email. You'll have to go ahead and, try it out yourself. Digital marketing is all about practicality. And that is what, majorly Antwork is about, I believe. They focus more on practicality. Okay. Because of time shortage, again, I won't be able to show you guys everything. But yeah, you'll have to actually practice it a lot in order to get a hang of it. Okay. The last thing that I'll show you guys is, Rumbi, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes, I can hear you.
Actually, my internet is not stable.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So the last thing that I'll show you guys would be the automation. Let's say you design 3 different kinds of emails. The first one is going to be a welcome email. Okay. Welcome email, as in, let's say somebody signs up on your website. So they get one kind of email. Okay. And the next would be, let's say, thank you email. Thank you email would be for transaction purposes. Okay. Let's say they bought from you. And the third would be, let's say, promotional email, more or less like some kind of discount and stuff. Okay, so let's say you have 3 emails already made up. Okay, so next is you go ahead and automate the whole process. Okay, and how do I do that? Automation is a very amazing concept. Why? Because it takes away the whole manual work, and you won't really have to keep a track of everything because the system will do it for you. Okay, so how do I do that? I'll have to go to automation. Okay, again, this account is a free account and hence it won't really have a lot of features to be shown. The next time if we meet, I'll try to get a paid account for you guys. Okay, so yeah, so boot camp series is just a general thing that comes up. Okay, okay, so currently this is something that just came up. So currently I'll just go ahead and create a workflow. What a workflow is, you guys will be really happy to see it, and trust me, it is actually very amusing. Okay, so you can send them abandoned cart emails as well, your customers. And what abandoned cart emails is, let's say somebody comes on your e-commerce website, adds a product to their cart but doesn't buy. The reasons could be, let's say they forgot their credit card number, or let's say somebody just knocked on the door. Let's say they got a call from someone and they had to leave quickly, but they have your product added in their cart, right? So if you select the first one, what you can do is you can selectively send emails to the people who have added products to their cart at a certain point of time. Let's say it's been 30 minutes that they've added a product in their cart. Then if you select this and design abandoned cart emails, it will automatically send out an email. Let's say you add a promotional code to this. Okay, more or less like looks like you forgot to buy from us. Here's a promotional code that you can use to get 15% off on your additional purchase, something like that. Okay, so you can do that. Let's say they just bought a product. So what kind of email they should get? A thank you email, thank you for buying from us, something like that. A welcome message is more or less like they just contacted you. So what kind of message they should get would be a welcome message. The last one, second last would be marketing activity. This is more or less like things like if they do this thing, this certain thing, only then they should get an email. Let's say if only if they visit your website, only then they should receive an email. Let's say if they open your last emails, only then they should receive your email, something like that. Okay, and the last would be anniversary date. Let's say everyone likes to the personalization kind of thing. So let's say if they have their birthdays coming up, and you'll automatically send out emails. Sendgrid will automatically send out emails specifically, let's say 1 week before their birthdays or right on the day of their birthday. That will actually make them feel special, and that will actually help you get their trust. It actually helps the whole process. Okay, so the next other things we have is improve engagement, increase traffic. So these are all paid services, and these we won't really have access to that right now. Okay, the next thing is creating a custom workflow. So this is something that I'll select. I'll just name it workflow. Okay, let's say, I'll do this. Okay. So now I can decide the whole workflow. Let's say entry point is something, what is the first point of contact that those guys or your customers actually make with you. Okay, so if I click over here, let's say email activity. So these are some basic things that you'll get access to initially. Okay, so let's say email activity. There are a lot of different things. Let's say website activity. Let's say they just visited a website, so they should get an email, something like that. Okay, so I'll select this transaction. Okay, I'll just cancel this. I'm sorry. A contact submits a form. Okay, so let's say we already had a form over here. Okay, so that person actually fills up a form and submits the form over here. And minute. Okay, so let us assume I've selected, because I just created an email and not a form. Let us assume that I just created a form wherein it says that initially it asks for the details, and in return they get an email. Okay, something like that. So that was the first point of contact between our company and them. Okay, let us assume this was that. So the next thing is I get to select what should I do. I mean, what should be the difference between the first point of contact and the second point of contact. Okay, so if I select over here, so I get a ton of different options. Okay, so let's say I add a delay. You guys can go through it. It is all very it will all generate very a very different kind of curiosity between you guys. I'll add a delay. Let's say wait for 50 minutes. You can select hours, weeks, and days, something like that. Okay, let's say 50 hours. Okay, and then so this is more or less like from the first email that they get, wait for 50 hours, and then send out another email. Okay, something like that. Okay, and then automate the whole process. Let's say wait for another 50 hours and send out a message. Okay, and if they open it, do this, and if they don't open it, do that, something like that. So the whole process will be automated. So if somebody actually signs up again, let's say 10 days from now, this process would be initiated for them again. Okay, so this will all be automated. Your whole system will be automated. Talking my numbers, if you want to keep someone to handle your email accounts, a person manually doing it, you'll have to pay an experienced person, let's say 1 year of experience, you'll have to pay them at least 25,000 rupees a month. But this software comes somewhere close to 4,000 rupees a month, and it will automate your whole process. It will actually help you track different kinds of data as well. Okay, so that is the power of automation. That is the power of Sendinblue. Yeah, so this was something basic that I could show in this limited amount of time. Now I can take some questions, Rumpi.
Yeah, so Aditya will take your questions. So Charit, if you don't mind, shall I share my screen and talk about N2 a bit? Then we can start taking questions. So yeah, Ayushi, Aditya will take up your questions. 1 minute. Charit, can you stop sharing?
Yeah.
All right, let me share my screen. So yes, guys, can you see my screen? Charit, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
All right. So guys, let me take a moment, to talk about NTWalk, what we as an NTWalk company doing. We are an experiential learning movement, which is powered by, industry leaders as like Charit. We have 3 philosophies, right? As you can see. So first one is learning from practicing professionals. So what in NTWalk we did is we brought experts from different domain across the world. They came and they shared their knowledge, right? What they gain from their job. And this is the first one, right? Learning from practicing professionals. And second one is learning by doing thing. As Charit also said, like we focus more on like practical thing, practical hands-on thing. Today you did the Sendinblue demo session. So we focus on learning by doing thing. And third one is learning through live immersive classes. We believe in live classes. We think in live classes, the knowledge you'll gain are more effective compared to self-recorded content. So believing on those 3 our ideas, we introduced master's program in digital marketing, right? So this is a 16-week program. So we have more than 12 plus modules for this program, and we have different modules, right? From email marketing to SEO, SEM, paid marketing, everything we have, content marketing. So Charit is taking actually the email marketing part for that bootcamp. And for each module, guys, you can do project, you can get your hands dirty on different projects and different tools, right? Like Ubersuggest, Canva, Elementor, Facebook ads, Google ads. So every project, everything will be, very hands-on type, right? So currently our batch, they are working on Facebook ad campaign. They are really running the Facebook ad campaign. So they are working on this. So if you guys are interested, you check out the link. I'll put the link in the chat box now. And if you sign up now, we'll reach out to you and you will get some offer. So yes, please do check out, right? Let me put the link. second. Yeah, I'll put the link. Charit, meanwhile, we can take the questions, right? I think Ayushi raised her hand. Ayushi, you can ask question.
Yes, hi ma'am, I'm Ayushi. I'm
Hi.
from Ardent Ventures. I'm working as a brand campaign specialist.
Okay.
Yeah, so my question is, I didn't understand why workflow is used for.
Okay, so the thing is, if you have someone in place, let's say if you have a email marketing campaign, or let's say if you want to send out emails for the next 100 days to different people, okay, and the whole process is constant. Okay, so let us assume that, and let's say on the first day itself 100 people join. Okay, on the second day, let's say also 20 people join. On the third day, let's say um, 40 people join, and let's say so on and so forth. Okay, so what happens is you can't really keep a track of all those things. So on the first day, the people who joined should receive the first email. On the second day, they should receive the second email, third day, and so forth. But on the, let's say on the first day, let's say on the 10th day of the first batch, 10 other people joined. So that would be the first day, okay? And they should receive the first email, not the 10th day's email. So, someone manually doing this is going to be very, very, very hectic. So in that case, workflow actually comes in. Let's say somebody signs up, so you delay for some amount of time. Let's say for 2 weeks, you wait for 2 weeks and let them take some kind of action. If they don't take any kind of action, you send an email again. Let's say if they take some kind of action, you send them another kind of email. Let's say, uh, the second email you sent in, again they don't really take some kind of action, then you, if you want to, you can unsubscribe them from your list. Let's say they take some kind of action, you'll send them some kind of discount or promotional code. So the whole workflow actually helps you automate the process and makes your life easier as a businessman.
Okay, so email are fetched from the domain itself, is it?
No, you'll have to run campaigns for that. So let's say if you're just a business starting off with, so you won't really have a lot of emails with you. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to actually create a form, and then you'll have to run, or basically it is a whole process, right? So it is more or less like you'll have to do your social media marketing right, your content marketing right, your email marketing right, and email marketing will actually help you get emails. And once you get their emails, the whole process will become very easier. So because you're from a marketing background as well, you'll understand this very in a very easier way, I would say. Why? Because uh, so once you get the email, you can target them on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google. Let's say they are playing Ludo on their cell phone, even there you can target them. Let's say they're watching some kind of video on YouTube, you can target them there as well. So the power of email is very immersive, because emails, mostly people have not more than two emails. It could be either work email or their personal email. Okay, and both of the emails are stored in their phone. So once their phone has that, they'll actually start getting those kinds of ads which you want them to see. So that is again, how email marketing works.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. So next, Mahira, you can ask your question. She raised her hand. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Maya. I want to ask that can you differentiate between copywriting and content writing in the digital marketing?
So yeah, that is not again a part of.
Yeah, this is not a part
but
of.
but I'll tell you. So content
Yeah.
marketing is basically more or less like, whenever I talk about content, content can be anything and everything on the website. If you search about anything, let's say if you search about any kind of random product on Google, uh, let's say cell phones. Okay, the first thing that shows up is Amazon. But does Amazon has any kind of written content on their website? Probably very limited, but it is organically, or let's say even the ads as well, but organically as well, they rank on the first three spots. Why? Because their images are optimized to that kind of SEO and stuff, different kinds of things. So image is also a kind of content. So content is anything and everything on your website, be it the blogs, be it your images, your videos, or be it your let's say the price of your products, anything, your logo, anything and everything on your website is your content. Whereas copywriting is more or less, you like write a line, or more or less like to, make people inquisitive or
Okay,
curious
sir,
about your thing.
I understand. So I want to see your slide. I have a dotted slide also. So
Mhm.
can I see the slide?
Which slide? I'm sorry.
I think she's talking about the
Slide,
tool.
that presentation slide.
Yeah. He did all hands on Sending Blue. I think you are talking about that, right, Mahira?
Yes,
Yeah.
that slide.
Yeah.
I actually did it online. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't really.
Okay,
So
so I want to ask that I have make my account in Send in Blue, and
Mhm.
I have stuck in between only.
Where exactly?
So wait, sir, that settings that you chats one, how to open the chats, that
So
settings
currently,
one.
because you won't really have a paid account or a premium account, those features would be limited.
I
Or
just go to a free trial, not a premium and
yeah,
that account. I go to the free trial first
right. Yeah,
to
so free
practice.
trial will have very limited access and very limited things. More or less like the things that I showed you guys. So chat feature is again a feature you can only use when you integrate your Sendinblue account with your domain. For example, you have XYZ domain. Okay, so you'll have to integrate Sendinblue with your XYZ email domain, and only then you will be able to access those chat feature. Because let's say if I,
Sorry, sir, for interrupting in between. Can you show me again?
Mahira, we have some time limit. So sorry because
Okay,
people.
okay.
Yes.
No. I will be seeing a recorded session, so I will be knowing.
Right. We'll share the recording. We'll mail you.
Okay, I
We'll
will
mail
do
everybody.
that. So my doubt is clear. Sir said that you have started a free trial, so it will get unlimited chats and messages and
correct,
all that.
correct.
So if I will be buying premium or another one, so I will be get unlimited basically.
Not unlimited, again limited, but to a certain, I mean, better than the free version, of course.
Okay, sir, I understand. Thank you so much.
All right.
Also just,
Yeah.
yeah, just, one thing, if you guys, have any doubts, you can get back to Rumpi. Also, you can send me a request on LinkedIn, and we can, chat more on that. And I'll try to clear your doubts over there as well. Again, if you, talk to Rumpi, it would be a much better thing for you guys. But
Ma'am, you just send a LinkedIn link of your
you can
account so
search
that I
for
can follow
Charitanchan.
it.
You can search for
Yeah.
Charitanchan.
We'll share.
Okay. In the chat box you can share.
We'll share. Charit, let's take the last question, right? Because we
Yes.
have another masterclass also. So, Shudhar, you can ask your question.
Yeah. Hi, Charit. I wanted to know how Antwork actually targeted us. I have received ad on Instagram stories.
Mhm.
So how did that work? Like you used which software to target, or I just searched marketing automation. I have received ad on Instagram stories. How does it work, and you use which software?
Okay,
Yeah.
so that again is not a part of this session, but again I'll try to clear your doubt. So what happens is Facebook actually works on an algorithm. So how that algorithm works is, if you search for something, or let's say if you have recently searched for something, or if you have liked something, let's say if you're watching a video and you liked it, so the other videos that you'll get would be in the same sequence. So the ads work in the same manner. If you have actually searched for something recently, you'll start getting those ads again. I mean, something related to that. And because Antwork is targeting people who are looking out for courses in digital marketing, or maybe marketing automation and stuff, you got to see an ad.
Yeah, but my question is, like, I have just searched it on Google. How would I receive an ad on Instagram? That's the question.
Is your Gmail account linked to your Instagram?
Yeah. I want to know, like, technicality. How are they able to do that?
Well,
Do you
you'll
know?
have to get in touch with the Google guys for that. So it is all integrated. So,
Achha.
what happens is they all share data with each other. I mean, not with us, of course, not with Antwork, of course, again, but
Hmm.
they share data with each other because they are, those kinds of platforms that actually work only on the basis of advertisement. Their only sole income is advertising.
Yeah.
Hence, they actually, share data.
Okay. So for targeting, you use Sendinblue or any other marketing automation software? Do you have any idea about that?
Targeting, it is purely Instagram and Facebook ads. The ads that you got to see are purely Instagram ads and not anything else.
Got
Sendinblue
it.
was nowhere in picture.
But they would also offer something like retargeting, right? Sendinblue
Yeah,
or Maxim.
yeah. Retargeting would again be, so the word itself says retargeting, and when retargeting is done is if you have actually visited their website, let's say bought from them earlier, or let's say just search their name, something like that. So that would
Or
be a part of retargeting.
if I view ad for more time, then also I will be retargeted.
Right. So let's say if they are, if they have just, put up a video of, let's say, 1 minute, okay? And if you watch it for, let's say, 30 seconds, okay? And let's say Antwalk actually wants to run a retargeting ad for the people who have watched their ad for more than 25 seconds. And if they do that, you'll get to see the retargeting ad. So
In
that would
that,
again
hmm,
be a very comprehensive discussion about this, and you won't really understand. I mean, whatever I tell you, it would be a hardcore session, and it is better that you get in touch with Rumpi for this, because even the limited amount of time, it is very hard for me to make you guys understand. Obviously, it takes years and years of practice for people to understand this, and in just a matter of seconds, I won't be able to make you understand that
got it.
this is how. No, you don't need to be sorry. I'm just telling you how, it is a very huge process.
Got it. Got it. I'm just
But
curious. That's it.
yeah, I mean, the curiosity is very important, and it be curious, and you try and get in touch with Rumpi, and she'll definitely help you out.
Got it. Got it. Thanks. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
So, guys, I put mine and Charit's LinkedIn ID also. So you can check out and you can link us. You can ask questions there also. So I think we need to wrap up. Charit, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your
Thank you,
time.
ma'am.
Thank you, Charit, and we'll do this kind of session more often, right, Charit? And because we have many questions we didn't answer, sorry for that, guys. So yes, thanks a lot, Charit. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Charit
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.